You know when you tell someone, hey, how are you doing? And we all say good. We all say fine, okay. We're not really giving our full selves to each other. I think that after being so formal with each other, if you could just break down, you're allowed to evolve in a completely different way.
In 2009, my friends and we all went to Brave New Voices, the International Youth Poetry Slam, and it was such an amazing experience. And so when we came back, that's when I started teaching poetry workshops and hosting a teen open mic. And then eventually that blossomed into Atlanta WordWorks. Everybody's so busy trying to figure out, how am I gonna make money? How am I gonna get through the next loophole? Nobody's checking in with how they're feeling. Nobody has consideration for how other people feel or what their thoughts are. And Atlanta really needs poetry because people need to be communicating with each other in a very authentic way. And poetry really facilitates that space for people to have organic conversations and then have people listen to it. Like, we could really change the world through this movement.
To give back to Atlanta WordWorks is a beautiful thing in itself. Natalie Cook has given so much to, her kids, and she treats us as we're supposed to be treated, with as much respect. So to give back to her and to, my peers is the most beautiful thing I could do. We shield ourselves from our emotions often in the real world, and, children do that as well. If we had a space and a place for them to go where they didn't have to wear masks, I think that a lot of our issues would decrease as people because we would see each other as such people. Today's workshop will be a dissection of Kanye's albums over the years to kind of really go in deeply and understand the evolution of Kanye as an artist, and for the participants to identify with that evolution and find their own within it. Well, when I think of evolution, I think of a lot of ups and downs. Are you allowed to have ups and downs in public?
It doesn't matter what your identity is. To have a mental breakdown or to be depressed, nobody wants to go through that. So
I think the dialogue was my favorite part. To hear people from different backgrounds, all types of teens, young adults, really get together in a room who are of different ages. There are people in middle school, there are people, in college, there are a few people out of college who are discussing one topic as young adults. Like, we were all equals and we were all attentive to each other's opinions. We're gonna free write, and everyone knows what a free write is.
I will still explain it though.
You basically write what comes to mind. We've had this large conversation. It can be, based on the conversation and what you took away from it, and how you can also write a poem based on your personal evolution.
I think in school, they force a certain agenda down your throat. You have to learn this certain curriculum. You just get this lesson, you go home and study, you take a test. You don't remember anything you just learned. You're just like force feeding yourself information to regurgitate it for a test. And then what? It's like, what did you truly learn? Where is all the other pieces? I feel like with Atlanta WordWorks workshops, you're gonna get the full picture of whatever the topic is for that day.
We're gonna read, pass. Well, we can read past that, because I want to hear as many as possible and be on time, correct?
I drain myself till I'm vacant. Self-realization is an utterance, no common sense. I just am, I be, till I'm painted in the infinity.
I French kissed the devil until his tongue butchered me like raw meat. I was a fragment, and I swallowed him whole.
But I guess you get what you pay for. Just tell me, what's the price to pay that will send your account into overdrive? Probably Gucci.
I don't know how much time has passed, or what season it is, or the last time it rained in this desert, but it feels good to finally see flowers bloom.
Is she just a puppet? Are we all just puppets? This is too much thinking, or is it too little thinking?
I walk through the valley of God. I don't care what none of y'all say. This is my part, nobody else. This is my part, nobody else.
I'm really grateful that Atlanta WordWorks is a youth-led space. I think that's why young people do feel so comfortable being in the space, because the facilitator is their age or very close to their age. And I just think it shows the power of youth, and it's just so beautiful how we can teach each other and learn from one another all the time. And that's an element that I always want to be a part of Atlanta Where It Works, that it's always youth-led, so that people really do know that we have a voice and we have so much to say, and we don't have to give our power away. The power is in our hands.
It's easy to lose sight of personhood. It's easy to lose faith in a lot of things, but when you get together with absolute strangers and you're able to talk to each other about things that you don't talk to your mother about things that your family doesn't know about you, and to just open up, that reminds me that we're good. Like, it doesn't seem good sometimes, but we are good. And I think that's my favorite thing overall about this community, about this organization, is that I always leave feeling like I'm okay. Like things will be good.